right, begin.
Brittney Griner was born on October the 18th, 1990 in Houston, Texas to parents Sandra Griner and Raymond Griner. Brittney also has 3 older siblings, Shakira Griner, DeCarlo Griner, and Pierre Griner. As a young girl, Brittney was often picked on and bullied because of the way she looked, and all that Brittney wanted was just to be accepted. And it wasn't too long before Brittney found her passion and her joy. And her passion and her joy was playing basketball. And basketball defeated all of the negative things that were going on in her mind due to the bullying and due to the issues that she was having at home. Soon thereafter, Brittney understood that she had the chance to become a primetime athlete. So when she attended Nimitz High School in Houston, she started off playing varsity volleyball as a freshman, and then she started her sophomore year. Griner then proceeded to practice with the boys basketball team and worked with Nimitz football coach to develop her leg strength in preparation for learning to dunk. During her junior season, a YouTube video featuring her dunks was watched more than 2.7 million times, leading to a meeting with Shaquille O'Neal. As a senior in high school, Griner led her team to the Texas 5A Girls Basketball State Championship game, where they ended up losing 52-43 to Mansfield Summit High School. Griner dunked 52 times in 32 games as a senior, setting a single game record of 7 dunks against Aldine High School. In spite of Brittney and her team coming up short and losing the state basketball championship, Houston Mayor Bill White declared May 7, 2009 Brittney Griner Day. Some would say what Brittney accomplished her senior year in high school was remarkable because during her senior year she came out to her parents as a lesbian. And her mother was accepting, but her father wasn't so much. Brittney's father was so uncomfortable with his daughter coming out as a lesbian that he kicked her out of the family, forcing her to go stay with an assistant coach for 6 weeks. But even though Brittney was facing some adversity at home, she was resilient. She went on to attend Baylor University in 2009. Brittney found her footing fast in women's college basketball, blocking a total of 223 shots in her freshman season. And in that same season, on December the 16th, 2009, Brittney recorded Baylor's first triple-double with 34 points, 13 rebounds, and a Big 12 conference record of 11 block shots. On March 3rd, 2010, Griner had a very unprofessional moment on television when she was battling for position against Jordan Barncastle and ended up getting into an altercation.
It was ugly for women's basketball. It was ugly that benches cleared, coaches running out there. That's ugly, and I'll do my part from my end with my team. I can assure you of that.
Brittney was suspended for 2 games for that unfortunate incident. A lot of people speculated that Brittney's career could be possibly over, but Brittney defeated the odds and led the Baylor Bears to a 2012 national championship.
Bears are the national champs in 2012.
Soon thereafter, Brittney went on to be the first overall pick in the WNBA draft in 2013, and in 2014 she ended up winning a WNBA championship with the Phoenix Mercury. Not too long after that, Brittney found love, at least she thought. On August the 14th, 2014, Griner announced her engagement to fellow WNBA player Glory Johnson. A few months after the engagement, on April the 22nd, 2015, the police responded to a fight between the two at their suburban home in Phoenix, Arizona. Both seemed to have sustained some injuries. Despite the incident, the two of them still got married the following month on May 8th, 2015 in Phoenix. And even though it seems the two, Brittney and Glory, had found peace within their relationship and moved on, the WNBA still suspended Griner and Johnson for 7 games, and Griner ended up pleading guilty to disorderly conduct charges. Griner was also required to complete 26 weeks of DV counseling. Now, soon after that, on June 4th, 2015, Brittney and her spouse basically announced some great news. They said that they were pregnant with twins. The twins were conceived with Johnson's eggs through vitro fertilization. But however, Brittney filed for an annulment of the marriage, citing fraud and duress a day after they announced that they were pregnant with twins and only a month into the marriage. But ultimately, the annulment was denied, and Johnson went on to give birth to the twin girls on October the 12th, 2015 16 weeks premature. Soon after that, Griner was ordered to pay child support to Johnson, and then the couple's divorce was finalized in June of 2016. 2 years after that, Brittney decided to try love again, and she became engaged to Cheryl Watson in 2018, and they got married in 2019, and then Watson later changed her name to Cheryl Griner. Now, it's time to get to the meat and potatoes of this video. I just thought it was fair to give you guys a little bit of background on Brittney Griner. So guys, it was announced about a few days ago that Brittney was detained in Russia. Russian customs officials said a US basketball player had vape cartridges containing extracted oil from trees in her luggage, and I'm paraphrasing there. A Russian news agency identified the player as Brittney Griner. Now, what's funny about this situation is that Brittney was detained in Russia at the latter part of February, right? And so no one knows the exact date. If you guys seen the date that they said that Brittney was detained, drop it in the comments because I can't find it nowhere. Because what I find funny is that during the same time when this situation broke out between the Ukraine and Russia, right, it seems that Brittney was detained in that same time span. Now, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying it's factual, but it's not above the realm of possibility that this was a strategic plan on the part of Russia to gain some type of leverage over the United States because of their plans to invade the Ukraine. Because Brittney has been playing in Russia for years, and honestly, Brittney makes more money playing in Russia than she does in the United States of America. So you don't think that the Russian government is aware of who Brittney Griner is? And the one fear that I have, that I share with many others it seems, is that I fear that the Russian government is going to use Brittney as a political pawn to get whatever they want from the United States. I want you to check out what Brittney's old high school coach had to say in regards to this situation.
My biggest fear is that this will become that she'll be a political pawn.
If she, by any chance, watches this story, what would you tell her?
I would tell her, please know that you are loved by so many people. You've always had a true resolve and grit to get to the finish line, and know that you will get to the finish line of this trial you're going through, of this ordeal.
Even conservative Senator Lindsey Graham is worried about Brittney Griner as well.
Right, Brittney Griner, the basketball player, is she going to be a pawn right now in this whole situation?
I'm very much worried about her and other Americans calling Putin's Russia. And yeah, we need to put all the pressure we can to make sure this young lady comes home.
Now, make no mistake about it, what Brittney was caught with in Russia is a crime over there, right? And she can face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Now, Brittney's agent, Lindsay, did not dispute reports of her client's detention. We are aware of the situation with Brittney Griner in Russia and are in close contact with her legal representation in Russia, her family, her teams, and the WNBA and the NBA, she said. Now, let me say this. I don't believe that this is Brittney's first time traveling with those vapes from Russia to the US. I really don't. I believe that Brittney is privy to the laws in Russia, and I believe that she took this chance on many occasions. Now, this is the thing. Russian officials say that the dog sniffed out the illegal substances that Brittney had in her luggage. And so let's take a look at this video real quick. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention to the footage. You can see Brittney over there in the corner. The dog comes over and sniffs her luggage. The dog then proceeds to go to the next person to sniff their luggage. Their line about the dog actually alerted the custom agents that Brittney had anything illegal in her luggage. So y'all, I feel like this is a setup. I'm not disputing the fact that Brittney didn't have those vape pens in her luggage, because obviously she had something because she signed the paperwork at the end. You can see it in the video. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Brittney shouldn't have traveled with anything illegal, right? If it's illegal, it's illegal. But even if you gotten away with it in the past, you had to know that there was a chance that the security is going to be tight, right? Especially with everything going on with the Ukraine and Russia at this particular time. But that's only one aspect that you can look at things. The second aspect that you can look at things in is the fact that it had nothing to do with security and it had everything to do with the setup. I don't know if she was dealing with a player over there where they would hang out and have fun and participate in these extracurricular activities where they're smoking vapes that are infused with oil that's extracted from trees. And again, guys, I'm paraphrasing. I'm pretty sure you guys can put the two together of what I'm talking about. And so either way, when you look at it, right, when you look at it in its totality, Brittney should have been well prepared and took no chances. Even if she gotten away with it in the past, she should have just made sure that she got her tail from Russia to the United States safe and sound. That's the main priority. Now, Brittney's wife took to Instagram. She's incredibly worried, and understandably so, along with the rest of Brittney's family, and this is what Brittney's wife had to say on Instagram. Thank you to everyone who has reached out to me regarding my wife's safe return from Russia. Your prayers and support are greatly appreciated. I love my wife wholeheartedly, so this message comes during one of the weakest moments of my life. I understand that many of you grown to love BG over the years and have concerns and want details. Please honor our privacy as we continue to work on getting my wife home safely. She also says, "We love you, babe. People say stay busy, yet there's not a task in this world that could keep any of us from worrying about you. My heart, our hearts, are all skipping beats every day that goes by. I miss your voice. I miss your presence. You're our person. There are no words to express this pain. I'm hurting. We're hurting. We await the day to love on you as a family." Alright, so you guys heard that. So listen, I have to be honest, I'm just extremely nervous for Brittney right now. And I don't feel like this has anything to do with money. I believe it has everything to do with power. Because I don't think money is an issue. And I see a lot of people on social media saying that if Brittney Griner had the same hue as a Britney Spears, she probably would have already been released. And I have to say, you might have a point. But this situation is a mess, y'all. So I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.